Hey guys, Sgt No Rep here, the greatest judge to never judge, the one-time CrossFit Games attendee, and I'm here in my studio underneath the bleachers, and I've got all the kinks worked out. The staff is firing now, so we are ready to go. And right now we were going to present you with the top 3 teams for the CrossFit Games. That's team, not teens. And I'm also going to give you one team that I think is going to miss the final cut. So just like the individuals, the field's going to be cut down to eventually have 5 teams for the final heat or final day. We're not really sure what's going to happen there yet. But it's going to be interesting. There's going to be less teams on the floor, so maybe Castro will be able to put them through some different workouts. So it's going to be interesting to watch. So let's start with my top 3. Oh, and just to clarify how the teams work this year, basically you're allowed to have super teams. So where before you had to work and basically train for a certain amount of time underneath the same roof in the same area, now you can bring in people from whatever gym, and build a super team. That has its advantages and also its disadvantages, and we'll get into that. But my number 3 team at the CrossFit Games will be Invictus X. So that's Wesley Rethwall, Sam Dancer, Margot Alvarez, and Christy Ermo. So basically all individual athletes. But this team was somewhat formed last year with, I guess, the males. So this year they had to do a couple little changes with the little drug scandal. They brought in Margot Alvarez. They looked well when they performed together. The big question here will be, did they have enough time training together as a team? Will they be able to pull it together for the CrossFit Games? And I think they're going to do enough to get them in 3rd spot at the CrossFit Games. For my number 2 team, for the CrossFit Games will be CrossFit Don't Stop, headlined by Travis Williams. Gamboa is the other male. For the females, you have Jen Smith and Alexis Johnson. So a big thing about the team competition is the teams really flourish that have really strong females. If your females are a little weak on the team, you can have big studs for your males, but if the females are kind of weak, you're not really going to go anywhere. So Don't Stop has Jen Smith and Alexis Johnson, both amazing athletes. Travis Williams is a great leader, and I think their team will perform well. And I think they're going to be kind of a dark horse, and I think they're going to creep up to 2nd on the podium. And my number 1 team to win it all will be CrossFit Mayhem Freedom. Now you're like, oh, Sgt No Rep, just a homer picking Rich Froning's team. Well, that's not really the case this year. A lot of people are counting out Mayhem Freedom. A lot of people are saying that the team of Rich Froning, Dre Strum, Teza Perez, and China Cho is too weak. They're not going to make it because they're not a true super team. Well, I think that's wrong. First of all, you have Rich Froning, one of the greatest CrossFitters of all time. You put him up right there, obviously, with Matt Frazier, not to compare, but those two are the greatest males. You have Dre Strum, that maybe they're weaker link, but he's still an amazing athlete. We have China Cho, obviously, amazing individual athlete that's joined the team this year. Teza Perez, who's been there for a bit. So if you look at the team, you could say, well, maybe China hasn't been training with them as much, but she's been flying into Cookville a lot and training with the team. And Rich Froning, the thing about Rich Froning's team is they're always well-oiled. They always function amazing as a team, and that's what you need under his leadership. I think they're going to pull it out. Now, one thing we saw last year with Teza Perez is that she had some issues with the swim, so hopefully she's worked that out. China Cho, who they brought on, was, I think, a college swimmer, so she's going to have no issues there. But Froning will have his team. If he's identified some weaknesses, he will have those fixed. And I see him pulling his team to the top 3, winning the Affiliate Cup this year. Now, for my team that actually, I'll throw in another team that I think will make some noise. Will be OC3 Black. OC3 Black, made up of Luke Schaefer, Joe Presanti, Taylor Williamson, and Andrea Nesler. They're a true, what I would say, a true team. No real superstars there. They've worked together. They're in the same gym. They beat Mayhem Freedom at the Rogue Invitational. So that'll be interesting to see how they do. I think they're going to kind of mix things up. And then finally, for my team that's going to miss the cut, will be CrossFit Krypton, which is Alex Smith, Cody Mooney, Jessica Griffin, and Camille LeBlanc-Bazinet. Now, they're loaded with studs. A lot of people think they'll do great. But my fear here is that they've not done enough work together as a team or been a team long enough. Camille was at it late in the season, hasn't been truly training with them a lot. When they were together, they looked kind of rusty. So they're my team that's not going to make the final 5 that a lot of people have hyped behind. So anyway, there's my top 3. We'll go through them again. Number 1, Mayhem Freedom. Number 2 is Don't Stop. Number 3 is Invictus X with OC3 Black, throwing a wrench maybe in there. And CrossFit Krypton missing the cut. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a like, subscribe down below. I'll be live broadcasting at the CrossFit Games here underneath the bleachers in my beautiful studio, and we'll talk to you then.